Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, let's see here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari. Okay, the link's in the comment section if you want to come on. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari. There he is. Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari. Let's be monks here. Monks. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama. Say some prayers here for Krishna. See if we can get him out of bed. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama. Krishna, we're out of bed. You got to come out of bed too. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Oh. She'll bring Krishna out of bed. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. The link's in the comments there. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari. Take your things to your. I think you're on. Oh, maybe it's me. Let's see. Maybe it's me. Yeah. Here we go. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. You guys are muted. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Krishna Hari Hari
Krishna Hari Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama
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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Jesus. Srila Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shivasari,
Hari
Gora,
Gaura
Bhaktivinoda,
Bhaktivinoda.
Jesus, Srila
Jesus.
Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita,
Advaita
Gadadhar,
Gadadhar
Shivasari,
Srivasari
Gora,
Gaura
Bhaktivinoda,
Bhaktivinoda.
Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shivasari, Gora, Bhaktivinoda, Jesus,
Jesus,
Srila
Srila
Prabhupada, Shri
Prabhupada,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Prabhu
Prabhu Nityananda, Shri
Nityananda,
Advaita,
Advaita
Gadadhar,
Gadadhar,
Shivasari, Gora,
Srivasari Gaura
Bhaktivinoda,
Bhaktivinoda.
Jesus, Srila
Srila
Prabhupada, Shri
Prabhupada,
Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Jesus, Srila
Krishna Srila
Prabhupada, Shri
Prabhupada,
Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Jesus, Srila
Jesus,
Prabhupada, Nityananda, Shri
the Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Jesus, Srila
Jesus, Srila
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada,
Nityananda, Shri
Nityananda,
Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Nityananda, Shri Krishna
Nityananda,
Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna,
Jesus, Srila Prabhupada,
Prabhupada,
Nityananda,
Nityananda,
Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Nityananda,
Jesus,
Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare
Guru
Hare
Maharaj.
Rama, Rama Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya. Shri Krishna 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 Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya. Shri Krishna
Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. You're always going away.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Chaitanya. Shri Krishna 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 Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
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 Hare Hare Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Hari Hari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Rama
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 Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Rama
Hare Rama 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 Rama
Rama
Hare.
Rama Hari Hari Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna 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 Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare Hare
Hari
Hare Rama
Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hari
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hari
Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Rama 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 Hari
Guru
Hari.
Maharaj Guru Maharaj
Yeah.
there is a lot of disturbance on your line. Your senses are always interrupted. That's what I hear. Do you hear it as well, Tom?
What is
No,
being
it's okay.
Your chanting is interrupted and sometimes you're frozen.
Oh, frozen thing. Okay. Huh.
I think here it's okay.
Really?
Yeah, you know, I have to use, I guess it's okay. I'll take care of it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama.
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare Rama
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 Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Hare Rama Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare 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 Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama.
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama Hare
Hare,
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta.
Sri Krishna Karnamrita. All glories to Chintanami and my initiating spiritual master, so glory. All glories to Chintanami, my initiating spiritual master. All glories to my instructing spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of God. All glories to my instructing spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All glories to my spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of God. All glories to my instructing spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of God. Who wears a peacock feather? 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 In his crown. Who wears a peacock feather in his crown? Under the shade of his lotus feet. 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 Under the shade. The shade. Under the shade. Under the shade of his lotus feet. It's like the devotees, they're the shade of his lotus feet. These verses are the shade. The devotees are the shade. Cooling. Which are like desired trees. Which are like desired trees. Under the shade of his lotus. Which are like desired trees. Jai Shri Radharani. Jai Shri Radharani. Jai Shri Radharani enjoys the transcendental melody. Enjoys the transcendental melody. of an eternal consort. Jai Shri Radharani enjoys the transcendental mellow of an eternal consort.
Sorry, the sound is also bad here now.
There is an entity There is an entity who has the appearance of an adolescent boy. There is an entity who has the appearance of an adolescent boy. There is an entity who has the appearance of an adolescent boy. There is an entity who has the appearance of an adolescent, who is being inundated, who is being inundated, who is being inundated, who is being inundated with desire tree flowers falling from the fingertips, from desire tree flowers falling from the fingertips of the damsels of that boy is completely carefree. That boy is completely carefree. That boy is that boy is completely situated in transcendental beatitude. Situated in transcendental beatitude. And he sends forth waves. And he sends forth waves. And he sends forth. And he sends forth waves of sound from his faint flute. And he sends forth waves from his. He is encircled by thousands of effulgent elements. He is encircled by thousands of effulgent. He is encircled by thousands of effulgent milkmaids, whose garments are becoming loose again and again from their extreme pleasure, from their extreme from their extreme pleasure at hearing the flute. Their extreme pleasure at hearing the flute. From their extreme pleasure at hearing. From their extreme pleasure. From their extreme pleasure. And who are trying to hold them up. That adolescent boy, the pinnacle of munificence. That adolescent boy, the pinnacle of munificence. That adolescent boy, the pinnacle of munificence. Places liberation from birth and death into the hands of his surrounding. Places liberation from birth and death. Places liberation from birth from his surrender. We worship that dark bluish young. We worship that dark bluish. We worship that dark bluish young. We worship that dark bluish young boy. We worship that dark bluish young boy. We worship that dark bluish young boy. We worship that dark bluish young. We worship that dark bluish young boy. We worship that dark bluish young boy. We worship that dark bluish young boy. In whom culminate the principal stimuli. In whom culminate the principal stimuli for amorous love. In whom culminate the principal stimuli for amorous love. In whom we worship that dark bluish young boy. In whom culminate the principal stimuli for amorous love. We worship that dark bluish young, in whom culminate the principal stimuli for amorous Krishna. Who causes Radha to become languid with the beauty of his dances? Who causes Radha to become languid with the beauty of his art, his dancing sidon? Woo. Who in turn becomes languid with love when Sri Radha and her friends cast their silences. In turn becomes languid with love when Radha and her friends cast their silences at him. That boy's beauty, like waves of nectar. 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 That boy's beauty, like waves. Oh my! That boy's beauty. That boy's beauty, like waves of nectar, engenders an extreme thirst. That boy's beauty, like waves of nectar, engenders an extreme thirst. That boy's beauty, like waves of nectar, engenders an extreme thirst. That boy's beauty, like waves of nectar, engenders an extreme thirst. In the eyes of Radha, that boy's beauty, like waves of nectar, engenders an extreme thirst in the eyes of Radha. That boy's beauty, which engenders that boy's beauty, like waves of nectar, engenders an extreme thirst in the eyes of Radha. And her companions, and her companions. Radha and her companions. That boy's beauty waves, engenders an extreme thirst in Radha and her companions. It's a family. And conversely, their nectarious beauty makes him thirsty to see them. And conversely, their nectarious beauty, and conversely, their nectarious beauty makes him thirsty to see them. He is affectionately worshipped by Radha's wistful glances. 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 And he enjoys loving pastimes with Radha. And he enjoys loving pastimes with Radha. And he enjoys loving pastimes with Radha. With Radha and her friends. And he enjoys loving pastimes with Radha and her friends. See your friends, friends of bhakti, man. Friends of this devotional potency. Yeah. Who wants to be friends of this? Yeah. Yeah. Radharani's personification. You want to enjoy these kinds of pastimes. Become friends. Yeah. Become friendly with it. Welcome. Yeah. Surrender to it if you're lucky. I want to. I love to. I yearn. The most potency. We worship that young bluish boy. 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 The source of the God of love. We worship that young bluish boy. The source of the gods, the God of the source of the God who has attained unchallenged dominion over sweetness, who has attained unchallenged over us. Let the effulgence personify. Let the effulgence personify. Let the effulgence personify Krishna. Shine within our hearts. Let the effulgence personified Krishna. Oh, let the effulgence personified Krishna shine in us. Let the effulgence personify Krishna shine. Let the effulgence personified Krishna shine in our hearts. He is wearing a bright peacock. He is wearing a bright peacock, that plume on his head. He is wearing a bright peacock plume on his head. His face is steeped in sweet beauty. His face is steeped in sweet beauty. His face is steeped in sweet beauty. His fresh youthfulness is bursting forth. His fresh youthfulness is bursting forth. His fresh youthfulness is bursting forth. And his flute is pouring out, murmuring, carrying sounds. And his flute is pouring out, murmuring, nectareous sounds of rapture. On all sides, the milkmaids of Raj, who have blooming bud-like breasts, worship him in adoration. On all sides, the milkmaids of Raj, who have blooming bud-like breasts, worship him in adoration. Indeed, he is amazing. Indeed, he is amazing. Indeed, he is amazing. Indeed, he is amazing. The only enjoyer, the only enjoyer, the only enjoyer, and the only source of enjoyment in the entire universe. And the only source in the entire. Krishna's eyes are long like petals of a lotus. Krishna's eyes are long like the petals of a lotus. And his very charming lotus-like face, and his very charming lotus-like face is made all the more charming, is made all the more charming, is made all the more charming by his extremely beautiful, sweet nectaries, is made all the more charming by his nectareous, sweet nectareous smile. His profuse curling locks look delightful. His profuse curling locks look delightful. And their decoration of a proud peacock tail feather, with their decoration of a proud peacock tail feather. Let him, the embodiment of all effulgence. 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 Let him, the embodiment of all forever shine within my heart. Forever shine within my heart. Let him, the embodiment of all effulgence, forever shine within my heart. Oh, my Lord. Let him, the embodiment of all effulgence, forever shine within my heart. Which is outwardly greeting for poisonous meat of sense objects, and or inwardly greeting for the beauty, or inward beauty. A beauty that binds the devotee's mind. A beauty that binds the devotee's mind. A beauty that binds the devotee's mind. It causes burning pain at the times from him. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. May the lotus of my Lord's face, may the lotus of my Lord's face, may the lotus of my Lord's face blossom within the lake of my mouth. May the may may the lotus of my Lord's face blossom within the lake of my mouth. The eyes of that face resemble lotus buds. The eyes of that face resemble lotus buds. Being half closed, and their delicate mirror-like orbs, his cheeks, are puffed with the nectareous honey. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Sri Ramananda Roy. Sri Ramananda Roy. Oh, there. Ramananda Roy's play, Sri Jagannath Vallabha Nath, The Beginnings of Love, Act 1. May Sri Krishna's splendid dancing, which is accompanied by the melodies of the lute, flute, and drum, and the tinkling of the gopis' kartals and ankle bells, which reveal his charming smile and the graceful threefold movements of the vine of his transcendental, bring bliss to the three worlds. May Krishna's splendid dancing, which is accompanied by the melodies of the lute, flute, and drum, and the tinkling of the gopis' kartals and ankle bells, and which reveals his charming smile and the graceful threefold movements of the vine of his transcendental form, bring bliss to the three worlds. This is not a smile, but moonlight. This is not a smile, but moonlight. This is not a smile, but moonlight. These are not eyes, but lotus flowers. 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 These are not ears, but Kamadeva's bowstring stretched for the conquest. These are not ears, but Kamadeva's bowstring stretched for the conquest of the world. May blissful gopis' bewilderment, born from their gazing at Krishna's face, bring to you 100 benedictions. We'll read this. This is save this. We'll put it in storage. What? Go ahead.
I don't know if I'm the only one, but Tom said the same. The sound is very bad. Syllables of words or
Oh,
not heard, so it's very difficult to follow.
really? Wow.
The sound disappears.
How come nobody else is saying anything?
I
I wish
said,
they would. Yeah. No, I
We
mean,
said,
the people here are watching. I'm wondering why. Why isn't anybody saying it? Got 4 people watching. Sound is bad.
mm,
How is it now? Is it any better? Sound is okay. Okay on Facebook.
oh,
Well, you know what? Why don't you
maybe
guys go off for a little bit on Facebook, then come
yeah,
back on. I'll
okay,
tell you when to come back.
yeah,
I don't know
okay,
why this is happening.
okay, thank you.
Yeah. So, well, what to do? Yeah, this is so nice reading this. Readings. You're right there. All right. Let's read. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Krishna, Krishna. Ram. Let's check this out. Jananda Astik. This is great. All right. Let's see some. All right. Let's read some Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. For Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chapter 9, Desire Tree of Devotional Service. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim over a great ocean. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim across a great ocean. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is known as Gaur, and all glories to Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to the devotees of Lord Chaitanya, headed by Srivas Thakur. In order to fulfill my desires, I remember their lotus feet. I also remember the 6 Goswamis, Rupa, Sanatan, Bhatta Raghunath, Srila Jiva, Gopal Bhatta, Das, and Das Raghunath. It is by the mercy of all these Vaishnavas and Gurus that I attempt to write about the pastimes and qualities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whether I know it or know not, it is for self-purification that I write this book. It's amazing because it's like Krishna is everything. Krishna is everything. He's it's like this self-purification is just it's everything. Krishna and love for Krishna is everything. It's purification, it's true happiness, it's true inspiration. See, true, eternal, real. Not something that's passing through. Yeah. We're passing through this world, but all we do is pass into Krishna's transcendental form, which is very inspiring. That shade gives us the shade and frees us from Maya, illusion. Still poor sound here on Facebook. It's okay on Facebook. Sound is okay. Okay, so maybe you guys need to start your whatever your phones or something. Don't know what to say. Lord Chaitanya thought. So, I take shelter, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is himself the tree of transcendental love of Krishna, its gardener, and also the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits. Who himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna, its gardener, and also the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits. Lord Chaitanya thought, my name is Vishvambara, one who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I can fill the universe with love of Godhead. Thinking in this way, he accepted the duty of a planter and began to grow a garden in Navadvip. Thus the Lord brought the desire tree of devotional service to this earth and became its gardener. He sowed the seed and sprinkled upon it the water of his. I'm going to read something else. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Chapter 13 of Anjalila. Let me take shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Gaurachandra. His mind became exhausted and his body very thin from the pain of separation from Krishna. But when he felt ecstatic love for Krishna, for the Lord, he again became fully developed. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all glories to Nityananda Prabhu, and all glories to all the devotees of the Lord. In this way, Lord Chaitanya would taste various transcendental relationships of pure love in the company of Jagannananda Pandit. The unhappiness of separation from Krishna exhausted the Lord's mind and reduced the structure of his body. But when he felt emotions of ecstatic love, he again became developed and healthy. Because he was very thin, when he lay down to rest on the dry bark of a plantain trees, it caused him pain in his bones. All the devotees felt unhappy to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in pain. Indeed, they could not tolerate it. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think it's time. Does somebody want to come on and read? How about Lalita Ganga or Christina? One of you two. So whoever gets up here can read. And here's the link just in case you can't find it. Put the link in the comments. Looks like maybe the connection might be a little bit weak today. Oops. Krishna, Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. All right, there you go. So read us something. What do you feel like reading? What do you feel like reading?
Doesn't matter.
How about Chaitanya Bhagavat?
Okay.
There you go. Oops.
Like what, Guru Maharaj?
Read chapter 7 of Majikanda.
Okay. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, Sirakora Haridas, my Siksha Guru. All glories to you, all glories to you, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, all glories to Jagannath Babaji, to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, to Lord Nityananda, to Lord Chaitanya, to Radharani, and to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare. Gadadhar Pandita meets Pundarika Vidyanidhi, the ocean of all transcendental qualities, Lord Chaitanya. He is the most graceful dancer. He is the Chintanami gem, fulfilling everyone's desire through his divine intervention. Even though I am without qualification, that rarest gem, devotional service unto his lotus feet has been given to me. Even though I am without qualification, that rarest gem devotional service has been given unto me. All glories to Lord Gora Shundara, the most beloved object of Advaita Acharya and Lord Nityananda, and the life and soul of every living entity. He sustains life in Sri Jagadananda Pandita and Sri Garba. All glories, all glories to the crown jewel of the heart of Sri Pundarika Vidyanidhi. May the Supreme Lord Gurasundara, Gurachandra, who is the Lord and the Master of Jagadisa and Gopinatha, be glorified, along with all his dear devotees. Gurachandra. Gurachandra continued to perform his ecstatic pastimes with Nityananda in Navadvipa, Nadia. All the Vaisnavas accompanied Advaita Acharya, who led them in great ecstatic dancing and chanting of the holy name of Lord Krishna. Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he resided in Srivasa Pandita's house, and he constantly exhibited the mood of a young boy. When he sat down to eat, he wouldn't feed himself, but he acted. He acted like a young boy. Thus Malini Srivasa, Pandita's wife, she would have to feed him. Now hear of Pundarika Vidyanidhi's arrival in Navadvipa. Pundarika Prabhu was a dear, dear associate of Sri Krishna. By the Lord's arrangement, he appeared in the village of Jatagrama in East Bengal, purifying that land. However, the Lord himself appeared in Avadvip. In the absence of Pundarika Vidyaditi, he sighed, heavily feeling deep separation. One day, after ecstatic dancing, the Lord sat down, exclaiming, "Oh, oh, my father Pundarika." And he began to cry, "Oh, Pundarika, oh, my father, when will I be able to see you again?" Oh, Pundarika, when will I be able to see you again? Such was the extent of the Lord's affection for Pundarika. Pundarika Vidyaditi. In this way, Lord Gaurachandra revealed his intimate associate by performing his wonderful pastimes. all the devotees surrounding the Lord, they were unable to properly appreciate the name. Gaura Chandra continued to repeat, and while tears continually flowed from his eyes, they conjectured that Pundarika naturally implied Krishna, and Vidyanidha could have many different explanations. However, no one understood that this person was a very, a very, a very confidential associate to the Lord. Finally, when the Lord came out of trance, the devotees asked, "Dear Lord, for whom are you weeping? Kindly reveal who he is, his birth, and his activities." Tell us, Lord, so we may have the good fortune of knowing him. The Lord replied, "Since you desire to hear about him, you are certainly fortunate. His activities and his character are most wonderful. The whole world can be purified simply simply by hearing his name." His ecstatic appearance is almost like an ordinary man, therefore no one can recognize him as a pure devotee of the Lord. His highly learned scholarly Brahmana. This highly learned scholarly Brahmana was born in Chattagrama. He has strictly executed the prescribed religious principles, and he is respected by everyone. He always floats in the nectarian ocean of love, Krishna. And his body always displays various various ecstatic symptoms, such as crying and horripilation. He never goes for ablutions in the Ganga to cleanse himself of sin like everyone else, but he will not enter the waters since he avoids he avoids touching her with his feet. However, however, he comes to see and pays respect to her every day in the evening when the teeming crowds have all gone. He cannot bear to see Mother Ganga disrespected and utilized by people who spit upon her, clean their mouth with their holy waters, and wash their hair and dirty clothes in her. Thus he prefers to come to her in the evenings when there is no one around. Another Another wonderful characteristic of Pundarika Vidyanidhi is that he always drinks Ganga water before worshipping the Lord and performing all his daily prescribed religious duties. Thereby, he demonstrates the greatness of Mother Ganga to all the puffed-up scholars. He is presently in Chattagrama, but he is soon coming to Navadvip, where he also has a house. None of you will be able to recognize him. As on first sight, one would be inclined to think he is an ordinary, materialistic person. I'm very anxious to see him. So all of you, must pray and endeavor to bring him here very quickly. Talking about Pundarika Vidyadini through the Lord into an ecstatic trance. And if you can to weep, and he said, "Oh my father, oh my father Pundarika, oh my father Pundarika." The Lord lamented loudly, for only he could understand the greatness of such a pure Vaishnava. Through the Lord's mercy only, can the wonderful and unique position of a pure devotee be revealed. Through the Lord's mercy only, can the wonderful and unique position of a pure devotee be revealed. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself wishes to attract a living entity, the living entity must respond. Thus, Pundarika Vidyaditi suddenly desired to go to Navadvip. Suitable arrangement. He came to Navadvip with many disciples. In Navadvipa, he remained in disguise, and all the ordinary men considered him a lavish materialist attached to a life of comfort and self-enjoyment. With the exception of Mukunda, no one amongst the Vaishnavas knew about Pundarika Vidyanidhi's arrival in Navadvip. Sri Mukunda was an Ayurvedic Brahmana doctor who was also born in Chattagrama. Thus, he knew about this wonderful Vaishnava and his qualities, the qualities of Pundarika Vidyanidhi. When Mukunda found out that he was in Navadvip, he was so overwhelmed that it was difficult for him to control himself. However, Mukunda did not reveal Pundarika Vidyanidhi's identity to anyone. Thus Pundarika remained a materialistic self-enjoyer in the eyes of the ordinary folks. Only Mukunda and his brother Vasudeva Datta knew about about the intensity of Pundarika's love for Krishna. Gadadhara Pandita and Mukunda were very dear friends and always kept each other company. Mukunda thus told Gadadhara Pandita, listen carefully, Gadadhara. A very great devotee has come to Navadvip. You have been hankering for the association of pure Vaishnavas, and today your desire will be fulfilled. I will take you to see a wonderful Vaishnava devotee. In return for this, I simply want you to think of me as your dear servant. The excited and happy Gadadhara Pandita called out the name of called out the name of Krishna, and they proceeded towards the great Vaishnavist residence with Mukunda. Arriving there, they found Pundarika Vidyanidhi sitting comfortably. Gadadhara offered his obeisances, and he was respectfully seated. Vidyanidhi Vidyanidhi inquired from Mukunda, what is his name, and from which village does he come? I can see that this boy is a vulture due to rendering devotional service to the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Both his form and demeanor are extremely wonderful. His name is Gadadhara, Mukunda replied. He's very fortunate because from early childhood he has been totally detached from family life. In his external material identity, he is the son of the Brahmana Sri Madhava Mishra. Since he is absorbed in devotional service, he only associates with Vaishnavas and is extremely dear to all the devotees. When he heard about you, he was anxious to meet you. After hearing the wonderful qualities of Gadadhara Pandita, Vidyanidha was very pleased to meet him. The great personality Sri Pundarika Vidyanidha sat like a prince. His beautiful bed was made of wood, covered with intricate brass and reddish stone inlay work. Above it were 3 tiers of ornamental drapes made of glittering brocade cloth. He was seated on a soft mattress covered with clean, expensive sheets, and zinc pillows were placed under his back. On either side of him, many small and large water pots sat within his reach, as well as a nice shining breastplate with neatly prepared betel pen upon it. 2 large ornate mirrors hung on either side of him, into which he continually glanced while smiling with lips reddened through chewing pen. He wore a sandalwood-based tilak bark upon his forehead, and his face was decorated with dots made from a mixture of sandalwood and perfume. As for his hair, it was well groomed and shining with delicately perfumed hair oil. 2 persons stood behind him, funny, fanning him gently with long peacock feathers, and in front of him was a nicely prepared hammock. As he followed a life of pure devotional service, he looked as charming. He looked as charming as Cupid himself. Those who didn't know him would consider him a prince, and everything about him and around him gave the impression that he was a man of the easy and comfortable life given to pleasure. When when Gadadhara Pandita, sorry, when Gadadhara Pandita saw these luxurious items and the general atmosphere of materialistic life, he became suspicious. Since Gadadhara was a fully renounced soul from his early childhood, naturally some doubts regarding the character of Pundarika Vidyanidhi entered his heart. He thought, what sort of a Vaishnava is he, surrounded by so much finery and lavish living? Hearing about his devotional mood, I developed great respect for this person, but now, upon seeing him, it is slowly giving way to doubt and suspicion. Mukunda understood the mind and heart of Gadadhara Pandita thus. He took it upon himself to reveal the true nature of Pundarika Vidyanidhi. By the special mercy of Lord Krishna, Gadadhara Pandita would be allowed to perceive everything. By the special mercy of Lord Krishna, Gadadhara Pandita would be allowed to perceive everything. Nothing would remain unknown to him. In a very sweet voice, Mukunda began to sing a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, describing the glories of devotional service. Alas, how shall I take shelter of one more merciful than he who granted the possession of mother to the she-demon Putana? Putana was unfaithful and always hankering for the blood of human children. With that desire in mind, she prepared deadly poison to be sucked from her breast, and she came to kill Krishna. But because she offered her breast to the Lord, she attained the greatest achievement. As soon as these words concerning devotional service entered his ears, Pundarika Vidyanidhi began to weep. Tears, tears of ecstatic love welled up in his eyes, rolling down his face profusely like streams of the Ganga. Simultaneously, all the symptoms of ecstasy manifested on this person. He wept. He trembled, he rolled, he horripilated, he roared. And finally, he fell into an unconscious state of ecstasy. Then, suddenly regaining consciousness, he said in a loud voice, "Speak, speak," and again he and again he fell down to the ground, agitated, agitated with spiritual emotions. He kicked everything that was near him, and all the luxurious paraphernalia went crashing to the ground. The shining brass pots of water, the container of betel pen, pillows, bed sheets, everything became a confused jumble, sorry. He began tearing his fine clothes, and his well-groomed hair went haywire as he whipped and he rolled, and he rolled in the dust. He cried out, "Oh Krishna, oh Krishna, oh Krishna, oh my Lord, oh my soul, oh Krishna." Oh my Lord, my soul, my very life, you have made me hard-hearted like a stone. He lamented loudly, piteously crying out, "I have been deprived of the Lord's association in his most merciful incarnation." He rolled around and he crashed down to the ground. Everyone was afraid he might break his bones. He trembled so violently that 3 persons couldn't hold him down. He kicked everything that was in his way, and his disciples stood by helplessly, unable to control him. In this way, the storm of ecstatic love continued until it finally abated, and he fell into an unconscious state of bliss. He lay down without breathing, totally submerged in an ocean of spiritual ecstasy. Amazed at what he had witnessed, Katadara Pandita began to worry, thinking, "What inauspiciousness has overcome me to make me think in such an offensive manner about this great personality?" He embraced Mukunda, being extremely pleased with him, drenching him, drenching, drenching him with tears of love. He said, "Mukunda, you've acted like a true friend." You've acted like a true friend. You have shown me a pure and unaligned devotee of the Lord. it would be difficult to find another pure Vaishnava like him anywhere in this entire creation. One can become totally purified simply by observing his devotional attitude. Today, because you're right next to me, I've been able to avoid a great catastrophe. When I saw all the luxurious paraphernalia surrounding Pundarika Vidyanidhi, I was convinced that he was a materialistic Vaishnava given to the pleasures of life. You could read my mind, and being a greatly magnanimous soul, you have revealed to me the unlimited extent of Pundarika Vidyanidhi's love of Krishna. Yet, today I have been offensive, and the extent of my offense can only be mitigated by your mercy. You must be merciful to me and purify my heart. All the devotees who have surrendered to the Lord by the process of devotional service have accepted the shelter and the instructions of a guide. Yet I don't have such an instructor, so I have decided to take shelter to take shelter of Pundarika Vidyanidhi and follow devotional service under his guidance. I shall counteract all my offenses to him by becoming his disciple. It's actually like the wives of the Brahmanas who recognize actually um, the associates of the Lord, the friends, the coward boys. It's a little bit the same. If you don't recognize the associates of the Lord or those real friends, if you can't recognize them, it's because you have lack of devotion yourself. But if you really have the eyes, because Gadadhara Pandita, at least, he recognized the symptoms of ecstatic love because he was always in the association of Lord Chaitanya. He suddenly recognized the symptoms of ecstatic love of Pundarika Vidyanidhi, and he changed his mind that first he was judging about him because he didn't look like a Vaishnava, and that's what's happening today still over and over again. People are judging about your devotional service, about being a guru or being bona fide by looking at external features, while that's not how you judge about them. You should see what is he bringing, what is he giving, what are the fruits of his work. Does he have the symptoms of ecstatic love or not? But of course, you must know themselves that if you are not qualified, if you don't know that you have to look about those symptoms, what to do. But if you recognize devotion, this means that your own heart is already not as stony as others. Those who are really don't recognize my Guru Maharaj and the symptoms of ecstatic love, they are really hard-hearted, because how can you not see that it's real deep devotion? How can you not hear the sound of Krishna's flute when he's preaching? Say something about you and not about him. Oh.
That's a good point. Mute your mic for a second. Yeah. Yeah, you see, the purpose of the pastime is to relish the devotees' association. And also, it's to point others to also help them understand what is this special gift that Lord Chaitanya brought to this world, and how to recognize real devotees. So you explained it really nicely, and that's the issue now. Just like if you can understand history, you're not doomed to repeat the same mistake. So Gadadhar was thinking like people think now. A Vaishnava is renounced. A Vaishnava is austere. Vaishnava is clean. Vaishnava is a Brahmin. Yeah, and so the Lord Chaitanya wanted to make it more clear. The internal symptoms of the Vaishnava is the most important. So the glories of Pundarik Vijayanidhi is described. Oh, he followed even though he was ecstatic, he followed the rules and regulations really nicely. You know, he didn't go and take a bath in the Ganga. Well, he didn't need to. He took a bath in ecstatic love every day. What do you need to do that? But anyway, see, those are the glories of the devotee, but only because he's an ecstatic devotee. You know, it's not very, it's like the glories of Nityananda is he didn't follow any rules. That's a glory. He didn't have to. So whether you follow or don't follow, the point is you're being a Vaishnava. So one good thing for persons who are looking for Krishna, because that's what it's about, looking, seeking, seek and ye shall find. If you understand the purpose of this pastime, then you can find out where the Vaishnavas are and then be delivered. Otherwise, very hard to understand the qualities of a Vaishnava. The main thing that Gadadhar looked at, and in the end, was that Pundarik Vijayanidhi had the symptoms of the mercy of the Lord, which is of intimacy and closeness with the Lord. He knew that, and he made that trump this external thing. He saw, wow, look at this ecstatic devotion. Obviously, Krishna has accepted you. Krishna is in your body, living and alive. You're an intimate associate of the Lord, because he had seen that with himself and his other associates. Oh, obviously, you're a liberated soul because of that. And all of a sudden, he forgot about all that external stuff. Didn't matter. He even said, I want to take initiation from you. Okay, because actually, what's interesting, I just realized as you're reading this, a little revelation is, see, in Krishna Leela, Pundarik Vijayanidhi was the father of Radharani. And you see, when in separation, Lord Chaitanya is treating him that way. He's saying, oh, Father Pundarik Vijayanidhi. See, he's in a mood of Radharani. And this is his eternal father, is Pundarik Vijayanidhi. But in this Leela, he couldn't express it. See, because it's, Lord Chaitanya is not, it's just like Lord Chaitanya couldn't express physically, in the Leela, this being reciprocate being Krishna with the gopis. He couldn't do that expressly, because in this Leela it wasn't appropriate. It's about being appropriate. Okay, so he can't express this actual relationship that he has with in the mood of Radharani, because he came to be in the mood of Radharani, that this Pundarik is my father. So what he does is Gadadhar, who is actually Radharani also, came in this form, took initiation. So Pundarik could treat him like a disciple, like a father. See, so that relationship can be expressed. Otherwise, Pundarik Vijayanidhi would always have to be, we have to treat, Father, Lord Chaitanya, treat him in that relationship. So this is a kind of a concealed way that he can satisfy Pundarik Vijayanidhi, because this is his eternal relationship. And so Gadadhar is in that form of his daughter, even though he's in the male form, Gadadhar. Still, that relationship is there. Male or female, doesn't matter. See, so he could do this without being faulted, without being, like a rasa basa, because the Lord is in the form of, he's a devotee and also the Supreme Lord. So he would switch back and forth into these different manifestations, but he wouldn't reciprocate, at least not openly that we know, because you don't see it in being like the king of, like Krishna and the gopis. He wouldn't do those intimate things that openly. I mean, that's why, because he's here to deliver us and teach us devotional service and act more like a devotee than actually Krishna, and express that way. So anyway, I thought that was really interesting. Yeah, so this can help Vaishnavas understand what is the essence, what is really important, external bhakti or internal bhakti. Having the symptoms of ecstatic love, even though externally you don't manifest the symptoms of renunciation. Because, what is renunciation is all leading to having devotion to Krishna. And once you've attained devotion to Krishna, whatever your external activities are in this world are not your basis for purification. No, your intimate relationship with the Lord is your basis of purification. And everything, basis of purification, basis of inspiration, basis of action in this world. And this is why those who are not liberated yet have a hard time understanding the activities and the emotions and the intentions of liberated souls who worship the Lord in ecstatic devotion. That's why we're preaching here these things. It's like Lilita pointed out. Devotees have to learn. You got to look at the fruits, man. You look at the fruits here. Okay, externally not looking like a real devotee here, not wearing neck beads. So you're taught a devotee is neck beads, and that's all external. See, the real truth is a devotee has devotion. A devotee worships the Lord with ecstatic devotion, which are the symptoms of crying, laughing, choking. These are symptoms of very deep intimacy, and why Lord Chaitanya came here. Hey, this is the real essence. People should be looking for that, and proof that you don't have to manifest the external signs as Pundarik Vijayanidhi himself. You're sitting on a high seat looking in two mirrors. Wow, he's looking at the bhakti, but people misunderstand. Oh, he looks like a very wealthy person, acting like a materialist, well-oiled hair, dressed really nice, like a materialist. Okay? So the internal thing was he has devotion and real bhakti, real love for God. See, and so you have to look at the fruits. You look at that, and then you look at the disciples. See, the fruits are not only the fruit of love of God in you, but if you have disciples, some will also have that fruit of love of God in them. And the others will be progressing towards that place fast, quickly. And so there you go. You found a bona fide spiritual master, a real devotee, and a real associate of Lord Chaitanya. What more else do you need in this world? Anybody who gets that knows what I'm talking about. It's all you need. All you need is a real associate of the Lord in this world. And then the path to liberation and into Vrindavan is clear. It's just right there. You just stay in that association, man. Yeah, you get all protection because the devotee's protected. Even the devotees of the devotee is protected. Yeah, my protection is my order from Prabhupada and blessing of Krishna and service. Yeah, I just stay engaged in service. I'm protected from everything. Yeah, and that's how it works. So we got to stay under the shade of the lotus feet of the Lord. And as I had another realization this morning, as I'm reading, the shade of the lotus feet of the Lord are his devotees, isn't it? They give us shade. Man, I'm getting that shade by reading the words of these devotees, and it became very apparent to me today that those words are those devotees. They're non-different, man. That's the devotee's heart calling out to Krishna in ecstatic expression. And so it's just, you become like Lord Chaitanya showed. He would literally become the devotee. He would become Prahlad Maharaj. Well, that's what he's come to give us. When you are chanting these prayers, it's like Prahlad Maharaj is speaking through you. Jagannath, Krishna, was it the Kavi? Who was it? Krishna Karnamrita, who wrote Bival Mangal Thakur, speaking through you. These devotees come, and then you're speaking through you, and you're relishing what they're relishing. That's called intimacy, man. That's called being part of the family. See? You're like that, simultaneously one and different, and your voice becomes a flute that makes yourself ecstatic as well as anybody else listening. Now that's purification, man. That's the ultimate goal of life. There ain't anything deeper than that. If it was, Lord Chaitanya would have came here and showed that. He would have taught that. But he taught this. He teaches what you're seeing here in this Sangha. And nowhere else have I seen this. They may be talking and speculating about these things, but we're actually experiencing these things, realizing these things by experience. The Lord being in our bodies, man, showing us all these intimate things. And you read these books and you can relate. You say, yeah, man, that's happening right here, man, right now. Hear it again, My Gurudev is just like that. He doesn't look like a Vaisnava, but boy, those symptoms are there. See? It's a revival of the same kind of thing. Yeah. And so when devotees, this is what we're teaching here, is the map, how to attain Krishna quickly in this life. Take advantage of this mercy that's available now, again, after 550 years. We're not giving rules and regulations. That's already done. It's for those who have followed that enough and have not achieved what they want. See, if you're following the rules and regulations, ultimately you realize you want intimacy with Krishna, and you find that it's your 2 fingers too short without devotion. So to get that devotion, you got to go to the devotees who have that gift of devotion. And there you go. The devotion awakens, and now you can capture Krishna. Without devotion, you can't do it. And to get that devotion, you have to go where it is, where the well is. You got to find the shade of the lotus feet of the living devotees who are manifesting devotion in this world, and learn from them. And then you'll get this. Otherwise, look at people. They spend their whole lives on the Vaidhi platform, and they die on that platform until they meet the living devotees teaching and giving this gift again. This is, so now, and that's why it's kind of like, hey man, this is our mission. See, if you want to get clear, the more clear you get, this is our mission, not to be 2 feet in one boat, one foot in Prabhupada's Vaidhi Bhakti program, and 1 foot in this program, and then you got no potency. Put it all together now and drive forward. See, this is the forward thrust. See, that preaching of the rules and regulations must diminish. See, and this preaching of ecstatic devotion and all these subtle principles must increase. See, otherwise, you can't, not going anywhere. You're neutralizing. Okay? This is the same thing. John the Baptist taught this. John the Baptist said, I must decrease, he must increase. His teaching must increase. I threw cold water on you guys. Make way straight, the way of the Lord. Well, once it's straight, okay, straight in the door now. It wasn't about, an eye, because the teaching is more hard. It's hard in every way. It's hard hearts for hard hearts. The heart softens with mercy. The mercy of the gift of ecstatic love, giving that gift, getting the power to give it. Look at you guys, you're getting the power to transmit this and inspire real devotees with devotion. Okay, this is the mission now. They get clear, and when those who get clear, otherwise I see people, they got their feet in two boats. You know, the old way with Prabhupada and association with Vaidhi Bhaktis and believing, and then a little bit of faith in this. Okay, fine. But when you really get how important this mission is, that we're here to add something to the devotees, not to take that. You don't need that anymore. We got Krishna, man. We got intimate dealings with Krishna. Krishna's our purifier. Krishna's our pure inspired, not the rules. Krishna, that ecstatic Lord. You know, he inspires us. He gives us love. He gives us devotion. You know, gives us insight, everything. And we're here to lead people into that door, into that palace. You know, that mansion of the Lord. It's a mansion. It trumps everything.
Trust in mercy, actually.
The what?
Having real faith in mercy, in the mercy of the Lord.
Yeah. Lord
That's
Prabhupada.
important.
Yeah. Prabhupada taught that. He said when in his purports, he noticed that too. He said in one of the purports I read, he said, Krishnadas Kaviraj emphasizes the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and that's what we do too. I've always done that. Everything I see is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Lord showed me that from the very beginning. It was always, I'm reading, wow, how merciful Lord Chaitanya is. How he can give you this devotion. His devotees give this devotion. Just serve the devotees, and you get devotion, the real devotees. And everybody else is reading in the Vedas the rules, the regulations, the austerities, and the fasts. I think you guys are missing the point. No, this is the point, is the mercy is emphasized. But the Lord showed me more and more, well, yeah, it's emphasized because you're my conduit for it. You know, I'm going to give this mercy through you. Because that's why I was seeing it. That's what happened with Jesus. He was looking at the Bible and he was seeing that everything was this, the mercy was in there. It was emphasized, but nobody was seeing. They were looking at the Bible, rules, regulations, eye for an eye and everything. Jesus wasn't interested in that hard-hearted kind of God. It's hard. He even said, Moses preached to you this because of the hardness of your hearts. And I say you Vaishnavas, Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta preached the way they did because of the hardness of your hearts. You know, because it's hard. And you can tell people come here, they don't like ecstatic devotion. You don't like the real Krishna. You don't even like to hear that that's not, your idea is not the real Lord. It's not the real Lord. The real Lord is the eternal Lord. The real Lord is full of power, man. Spiritual power and potency and mercy and love and devotion. And he wants to give it to whoever will receive it if you come the right way. In the way that, one person says, I really want Krishna. I said, well, just come in the process. The process is simple, man. Make friends with the devotees. Be seen by the devotees. Serve the devotees who have devotion. See, because you get it just by association, by commitment to that kind of association. Like Mukunda told Pundarik Vijayanidhi, he said, this Gadadhar, he only associates with Vaishnavas and ecstatic ones. The associates of Lord Chaitanya. And basically, in your heart, I mean, you can go and associate with people and preach to them. And you got the power to do that. But your heart is with real Vaishnavas. They're the only life in this world. There ain't any other life here. Life for a devotee, once you get this devotional potency, is only real devotees who have real bhakti. That's why if you see a real Christian with the symptoms of that intimacy with the Lord, you say, this is a brother. If they don't got it, they're outsiders still. It's just a fact. It's the way it is. The way Lord, amen. People have oh no, we're all one. Yeah, we're one, but different. Yeah, if we're really of one mind, when we're part of the devotional family, loving God, man, the only real thing in this world. It's not, the devotion has to be brought here because everybody's loving Maya, practically. They're loving the external energy. They're loving bodies. They're loving material emotions. Okay? They're loving external dead objects. You see, walking dead things. No, you got to love the internal potency of the Lord and the devotees who manifest that in this world. They are the only ones with true knowledge of this Maya. Look at these people. They're all believing in liars and cheaters and everything. They don't even know. People don't even know. They're in a war and they're the enemy. Maya is mowing down people now. She's annihilating many bodies now because it's a war now. And doing it without firing any guns. See, all by lies and deceptions and cheating. Okay? And that's, if you serve her, you're going to be mowed down now. That's what's happening. If you serve Krishna's transcendental potency, you'll be protected. Yeah, maybe not physically, but who cares, man? Maybe physically, maybe not. We'll go. People, we're going to go when we go. Anupam died so-called prematurely, right? What is the big deal? He died, but he, where he went back to, he was in the kingdom of God. A lot of Go ahead.
It sometimes can be a blessing. Like one of the wives of the Brahmanin, she embraced the Lord in her heart, and she could leave her body. It's a blessing actually, because his body is a burden.
Yeah, I mean, if it's time and the Lord has other plans, what are you going to do? We work out our bodies to it's like that's under the control of the Lord, just so that's just it becomes like, yeah, we're here, and when until that's time, the body's temporary, man. This here, we're just inhabiting. We're so fortunate we found this path. We found the true Lord. And that is amazing. I even Lord Chaitanya said, if I could attain Krishna in some way, whatever way, even by suicide, but he said you can't attain Krishna by suicide, not by person. You got to attain Krishna in this body, not by suicide. That's why I advise everybody, every breath you've got, use it for getting closer to Krishna and getting through, because then you probably won't have to take another body, but we got to perfect it. We got to, so we go as far as we can. So I encourage people, but everybody's free will, you want to opt out, it's up to you. Yeah. But everything we attain for the cause of this awakening of devotion is wonderful. So many people have got a good taste of real life in this world here, just by this association here. Attraction to this is you're being attracted to reality here. This is real. This is why most Vaishnavas don't come. They're not so attracted to reality. They're attracted to the mode of goodness still. They can't relate to this. This is transcendental. What's going on here is confidential, man. Okay? Many are called, but few are chosen, and the few are chosen. See, chosen by the Lord. The Lord says, okay, here you go. Come, go over there. That's what you really want, some deeper relationship with me. Well, go over there into that Sangha. Yeah. So many are called. See, we're all over Facebook, right? Thousands of people can watch this if they want, but they don't. They come in there and say, oh, that's not like my guru. That's not like what I've been teaching. That's not like real Krishna consciousness. No, it's more real, but yeah, it's rare. So many are called, and the few that are chosen will come here. So we get, 4, 5, 9, 10, 15, sometimes 20. Yeah. Some people watch the replays. But anyway, that's pollution is caused by association, and liberation is caused by association. See? And the liberated devotees worshiping like this purify the whole universe. It's more powerful than all this Maya, all this illusion. It's weak. Maya is very weak compared to firm, fixed bhakti worship. That's why, because the Pandavas and the small army were behind Krishna, they won. See? Small army and Krishna, that's always needed to win the war. Because everybody was into the Maya on the other side. Well, not everybody, but most. Some were just doing it for, like Bhishma. He was just having a good old time fighting with Krishna, and he made vows. He says, I'm going to make that Krishna break his vow and fight. And he did. Yeah. So, yeah. Bhaktitan question. Where in the scriptures is it written that Pundarik Vijayanidhi showed crying, laughing, choking of the voice, etc.? She just read it. Those are the scriptures. those are the scriptures not even the Vedas understand.
Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Yeah. Chaitanya Bhagavat. Yeah, so it's Chaitanya Bhagavat. It's written down there. Madhya Lila chapter 7, I think, right? Yeah. My coffee, is it here? Maybe it's here. What did I do? I made a cup of coffee. Oh, it's here. I didn't empty it yet. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So anyway, these pastimes are number one, to really taste and relish, and then the Lord gives us realizations to to spread this Krishna consciousness. They do, they have a purpose, and they help lead us closer to this devotion. And that's why there's Chit, and then there's the Ananda. Okay, so let's read here. I'll read a little something now. Great pastime. Thank you there, Lalita.
Thank you for giving me advice what to read.
I didn't, I didn't even think. I just took a stab in the dark. Chapter 7.
That's perfect. That's beautiful.
That was good. It worked out. Yeah. Okay, let's read. Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to read this Sri Gitamrita. Sri Gitamrita. I finally found a copy. I was looking for that for a long time. And this chapter 10 was really good. No, not Krishna. Let's see, try this. Hare Krishna. Okay, Gitamrita. Here we go. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Chapter 10, Gitamrita, and I'll go to it verse. We read some of this yesterday, so I'm going to go. So Arjuna says, O Vasudev, You are the supreme Brahman. You are the all-pervading in space and time. Now you have taken this form. There we go. O Vasudev, you are the supreme Brahman. You are all pervading in space and time. Now you have taken this form. Why do you say the sages do not know you? They know me as Aja, unborn, but Krishna, Brahma, is also Aja. But Brahma is not beginningless, Arjun. I have neither beginning nor end. Brahma is not like that. Some people know you as Paramatma, the indwelling super soul. Yes, but those who know me as Aja, unborn, eternally, and still taking birth, those people actually know me. See, it's like they know the complete Lord. You know, that's the thing. You only know part of God. In this Brahman realization, you still only know part of the Lord. Oops, there we go. Yeah, you only know part. Isn't it nice to know the whole? See, the whole is to be able, that's why the Lord comes here in a spiritual form, you know, to show us his complete form. He's complete in all of his aspects. He's complete in his personal relationships. This is the ultimate understanding and revelation that is very rarely revealed. Could you imagine, you know, people, if Lord Chaitanya wasn't here, it would have been forgotten. It would have been forgotten that the Lord actually has a personal form and personal relationships, because it was already forgotten. People started to they didn't have that revelation. They just thought, oh, God is great. You know, like now with Christians and Muslims, they don't know the form of the Lord is not clear. You know, they don't know, you know, how to understand that. So Lord Chaitanya came and revealed this. Otherwise, that would have been covered up in this Kali Yuga. You know, even you know, you see there's an attack on religion now. See, they're trying to make this a one world religion. This Catholic thing, this thing, this is demoniac. Literally, those guys are cheaters and liars of the most magnitude, pedophiles, horrible things that are trying to do. But anyway, they can't do it because the Lord is in charge. This is his game. He allows things for a time and uses everything. He's using us, he's using them, he's using everything, because he's, you know, the truth is he's the supreme controller. You know, he's controlling everybody and everything. He's causing the demons to act as they do, and he's causing the demigods to act as they do, and he's causing us to act as we do. Okay? And why is it that we all act this way? It's all about the kind of knowledge that we have. See? This is why Prabhupada and the devotees come here and say, okay, who's ready? Who is called to hear the truth? You want to hear the deeper truth? You want to see like Krishna sees? See, you want to know what Krishna knows, because he's come to reveal that. Otherwise, if you're in ignorance, then you're subject to ignorance. You know, if you're a demigod type, you're a good person, and that's all you think life is about, is to be good, you know, to do philanthropy work and the mode of goodness because it feels good. Well, that's what you get. You know, that's your worship. Hey, but you want more. Anybody want more knowledge of truth? Do you want to see like God sees? Do you want to know God more intimately? Well, you got to know that form. Like here, see, Krishna says, well, those who really know me, they know I'm the son of Maharaj Nanda. Hey, I'm Lord Ram. Yeah, I'm Lord Chaitanya, the son of Sachi. See, this information is available. It's very wonderful. It makes you more happy than anybody. How do you know? Come here. See anybody that's more happy than people here. You show me. You show me Vaishnavas more happy than those who are tasting this form of the Lord, tasting in the name, in the pastimes, in the quality. You show me. And I haven't seen. See? This is showing, Krishna is saying, yeah, those who really know me can relish my transcendental forms as the son of Mother Sachi, or the son of Mother Yashoda. See, they know me. They like my association. They know this. See, I've revealed this to them. Okay? There you go. That's real Krishna conscious. I would say that's being conscious of Krishna, wouldn't you? In his true form, his full form. See? Otherwise, you just don't want to be. People come. That's still religion. When you know Krishna like that, then Krishna purifies you. You get this purified heart. Blessed are those who are pure in heart. They shall see God. You see that God. When your heart is really pure, purified, you see that God. Oh, wow. God is the son of Mother Yashoda. That is the sweet truth, amazing truth. Wow, how God can take that wonderful form and be that subservient to his devotees. He places his own care into their hands. That's true knowledge, full knowledge. Where's this? Okay. Where's the verse? Where is it? Okay. Okay, here we go. So, yes, you appear, although you have no birth, Krishna. Even scholars become confused about how this occurs. Yes, I am not forced, but I appear by my own sweet will. Just like when I was a boy in Braj, Yashoda, Mata, wanted to punish me by tying me with ropes. She wanted to bind me, but could not, because the rope was always too short by 2 fingers. At the same time, I was wearing my black kinkini thread with bells. That belt was not too short because I chose to wear it. I was covered by that belt, but at the same time, I could not be covered by the ropes. In the same way, although I am unborn, I take birth. This is beyond logic. And as I said, it's yesterday that when you understand deeply, it is not logic. It's not beyond logic. You can see but it's revelation. See? So the Lord revealed more of this. He taught as Lord Caitanya that, Mother Yashoda could catch Krishna because of devotion. See? Well, if we get devotion, then we can capture the Lord. He's only attracted to devotion, just like us. We've been hooked on devotion because without devotion, we're not. You lose attraction for the world. Everything's insignificant. See? Devotion, the love of devotion. See? The quest for devotion. See? This is the only thing that means anything to the Lord and the real devotees. And if it doesn't mean anything if you're in religion and you're a Vaisnava and it doesn't mean anything to you to be around devotees that have real bhakti, pure devotion, awakened, they got the gift. See, if it doesn't mean anything to you, what has meaning to you is something in the modes of nature. Varnashram Dharma has meaning to you. This is the only thing that means anything, is this devotion, this love of God, love of Krishna, devotion to Krishna, worshiping the Lord in this ecstatic state of rapture is the only meaning to devotees. This is where real knowledge is revealed. Everything is there. See, this is Vrindavan. This is our work here, is to share the importance of that, to inspire others to go after reality, eternal reality. This is eternal reality manifesting here. If somebody's teaching something else, that's part of the modes of nature, part of liberation or something. That's not this. Anybody who's a real devotee, if you have real devotion for Krishna, real love of God, you'll know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you'll be jealous or envious or against what we're doing. Something that is blinding you. Okay? But real devotees, if the Lord, that are called, will understand what I'm talking about, and he'll say, yeah, this is where to go to find me. Look at, proof is you guys are finding Krishna, right? So obviously it's the place to do it. You're getting to know who Krishna really is. Where were we here? Okay. So Krishna says, I am Loka Mohashvara, the controller of the universe. See, the controller. The Lord is controlling everybody. How does he do that? Is it beyond logic? No. No, the Lord is very logical, very clear. His knowledge is very understandable when you hear it right. See? Yeah, he's the controller of the universe. Yeah, he's controlling through the modes of nature. See? Passion, ignorance, and goodness is him in the material form. It's his energy. His belongs to him. Just like a spider. Spider ain't caught up in its own web, is it? The web comes from him. The web of Maya comes from Krishna. He's not caught up in it. And neither are those who take shelter of Krishna. See? But the real Krishna, you got to understand the spider, man. Most people, they're caught up in the web. The web of goodness even. That's a web still. Still, you're caught up. You're stuck to it. Or passion or ignorance. You're stuck to the web, but not to the spider. We're stuck to the spider, man. The spider. Ooh, spider, man. He has a web of devotion. Stuck to that, man. Bhakti. Yeah. Let's see. The controller of the universe, and I am controlling your horses, and you are controlling me. Who can understand this? Only rare souls, yeah. And if you want to understand it, you're not one of those rare souls. You got to hear it from a rare soul. See? It's very logical, very clear when you hear it explained, very simple. Arjuna was a devotee. And Krishna agreed, oh, you're my devotee. You tell me what to do. What do you want? My nature is, I give the devotees what they want. What do you want? Well, money? No. No, I want you, Krishna. That was Arjuna. Arjuna, hey, Duryodhana says, I want your opulences. He came to Krishna. Krishna says, I'm not going to fight. So you can either have, somebody can have my what do you call, opulences, all my men and all my soldiers and all my weapons. And the others only get me. And I'm not going to fight. And a small army, very small. And Arjuna says, oh, I just want you. And Krishna says, what are you, stupid, man? Look at this. I'm giving all my things away, and you want me? Krishna testing, Arjuna says, I don't care. Live or fight, live or die. It doesn't matter. I got you. I want you. See, now that's intelligence. Live or die and everything. You want, same thing. Real devotees, hey, Lord, I just want you. Make me live, make me die, whatever, but I want you. Make me opulent, make me poor, but I want you. Don't ever let me lose sight of you, fall into your Maya here. Yeah, see, the Lord gives us enough taste to realize, things like that. So who can understand this? Only rare souls, even those who know Shastra cannot know me simply by intelligence. Why? Because intelligence is from the mode of goodness, and I am beyond the mode of goodness. See, our preaching is in line, isn't it? Don't we always talk about that? What is the fault? Because I just point out what Krishna points out. Why? Why does he point out? Why do we point it out? Because we want to lead people to the real Krishna. See? Beyond your material intelligence of your study and speculations on who Krishna is, Krishna has revealed himself to us here. See? So, and that's how you got to hear from those who the Lord has revealed his true self, man, his ecstatic devotion. So you hear, and through that you can see the goal. Otherwise, you don't know the goal. People go to all these gurus and they still don't know the goal. If you did, you would come here, but they don't, because the gurus aren't telling them the goal. The goal beyond the mode of goodness. Okay? They're not telling them that. Well, I'm reading that. I'm telling you. This is the Lord showing me. He says, show them. Because my other servants can't do it. They won't do it. They can't do it. They point every Varnashram Dharma. Or they say they talk about Raganuga this and Krishna this and Radhe. But the people don't know how to the process to get there. To get there is you got to be with real devotees who have the real devotional gift, not the wannabes. You have to find those who have attained Krishna in his transcendental form, in the form of ecstatic devotion. See? Krishna knows these things because he's got devotion. Bhakti. And those who have real bhakti know these things, and they speak in alignment with the charyas like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, pointing this out. They say this. They teach this. They emphasize that. See, this is the mercy of the Lord being emphasized. I'm not emphasizing mode of goodness. Krishna also transcend all the modes of nature by surrendering to me. We teach people who is that me? That me is love of God. It's the devotional potency. Ecstatic love, man. That's the transcendental me that Krishna is. Beyond the modes of nature, beyond this blinding light of liberation that doesn't even talk about this, that thinks the form of God is an illusion because they're speculating. Everybody's speculating about Krishna except a real devotee with devotion. And ordered to reveal that emphatically to the world. Emphatically to the Vaisnavas, emphatically to the Prabhupada disciples, emphatically to the Narayan Raj and all those persons. We're here to contribute that to this world. Make it clear. It's not about Radhe. It's about experiencing Radha and her glories of this bhakti. Getting the mercy of Radha where it's in your body and you're a temple of Radha and Krishna together, and people can get that eventually. You just knock the heck out of Maya, the illusions. Ooh. Don't get me worked up there, Lalita. Want to say something there? Go ahead, say something.
I'm addicted on the Guru Tattva roll.
Well, we gotta fill the bill, you know, like father, like son, you know. Lord Chaitanya, let that verse, you know, it's always comes about sometimes. let the elephantine offenses flee from the loud shouts of the Lord Chaitanya. See, so he works through it, you know, his devotees like that. Yeah, gotta kind of just roar it away. All right. Okay, see, because intelligence is from the mode of goodness. A lot of people, they think they can be deliverers and gurus because, well, you know, I've studied the Vedas. I studied Prabhupada's books. I read them 3-4 times. You know, and you know, I followed the program. Therefore, you know, I know all about Krishna. I've seen so many people. Yeah, but no, you gotta transcend that kind of material intelligence. It's like, you know, Nartam comes to Jiva Goswami and says, "Are you going to teach Jiva, a great scholar? Are you going to teach me the Vedas?" He said, "No, you're going to go and relish these scriptures, these devotional scriptures, in association of another rasic devotee. You know, was it Srinivas? You're going to taste these together. See, that's how you really learn. That's what we do here. We taste these scriptures. How many times we spend like an hour on one verse, breaking down each word, chewing our food good. See, this is food, man. We eat this. We taste this. We savor this, each word. Hey? So just relish the mellows, man, of the devotees speaking these things. You know, this is the happiness of the Lord and his real associates. You want to learn this stuff, man? Well, that's what we teach here. We teach you what Lord Chaitanya taught. That's our work. That's the order I got from Prabhupada. Gory, stop just, you know, doing this in the closet, man. Share this with the world. You know how happy it's made you. Make my disciples happy too. You see, some come here, few here and there. Show them what my real heart is. Show them what I'm really interested in. Yeah. Okay. Because I am beyond the mode of goodness, intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, happiness, distress, birth, death, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame, infamy. All these are qualities created by me alone. These are necessary, but are still insufficient to know me. So could you imagine spending your whole life trying to develop those qualities and still they're insufficient to know Krishna? This is what people are doing. Austerity. Let me develop austerity. Oh, it's very hard. Oh, I fall down. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, you got to start again. Oh, I want to be forgiving. I'm going to work on forgiveness, but I hate this person. So you're in conflict your whole life as a devotee. I want to have sex, but I got to force myself not to because I'm supposed to be celibate. I got to do this. Oh my God, I'll never attain Krishna. Imagine how hard it would be. So therefore, we emphasize the mercy of the Lord. Oh, there's the good news. You ready to hear it? No, I'm still captivated by austerity. I still believe that I'm going to make it by my own offensive chanting. I'm going to clear myself by the works of my chanting and my austerity. I still believe in that. Okay. Well, there are a lot of gurus out there to help, you can work that out with. But if you're ready to hear about the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, that mercy is here. People are getting it. Look at Lalita Ganga. Can you chant like that? Can Jaipataka chant? I'm sorry. But I don't mean to be offensive. I just ask a question. Can he chant like Lalita Ganga right here before your face? Can Radhanath, can he chant like Lalita Ganga? Oh, do you think that's the mercy, or is it just being humble pie is enough? See, humble pie is in that mode of goodness, right? People misunderstand. I just telling you that, hey, man, mode of goodness, humble pie ain't enough. Devananda Pandit, we have that example. He was very humble too, but he threw ecstatic devotees out of his association. Hey, no. The real thing is chanting like that simply because she listens to somebody mad after this way of worship. A madman. She accepts. She is a mad woman. See, it's just like when Lord Chaitanya said, I'm one madman. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is another one. Therefore, he accepts my words as true. She's also like this. I'm a madman. And she's a madman because she accepts my words as the truth. You like this kind of madness? Well, Lord Chaitanya did, and I do too, and she does also. Yeah. Radhanath, do you accept these words as truth? Oh, you probably want to be a normal devotee. I understand. Jaipataka also. All of you want to be nice and normal. This is abnormal. You're right. It's very different, man. You don't see this just every year. Hasn't been shown openly. Even the acharyas have been holding this back, right? They don't show this. Bhakti Siddhanta only in his closet. Bhakti Vinod even more secret, and Prabhupada even more secret. Well, maybe not so secret, but still secret. Yeah. Why are they hiding it? Because you guys don't want it. You guys think why should they cast pearls before blank and food before blank beep? That's a way to get away with things without having to say it. You can fill in the blanks and the beeps. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got here. All right. So these are necessary, but are still insufficient to know me. Therefore, the Lord came with a new plan. See, that was 500 years ago. Okay? Well, what's the new plan? Well, here's the good news. This is the new plan of Lord Chaitanya. See? These are necessary, right? But still insufficient. So the Lord says, okay, I'm going to fill in the deficiency. I'm just going to give myself. I'm just going to give that attainment to those who will come into the association of my real representatives of ecstatic devotion. I'm going to give them ecstatic devotion very easily, and then they will attain these necessary qualities. Oh, they will become naturally forgiving. Oh, naturally austere. I mean, in the main sense is like, they'll love to worship me. They'll be thinking of everything else as insignificant other than devotion and ecstatic worship. Oh, I'll just give them intelligence because, when they got me, and then I'll just make them the Bhagavad Gita verses. To those who worship me with loving ecstasy and tears and all that stuff, which is me, my true form, ecstatic form, I give them the intelligence. So you'll get even better intelligence than a Brahmin even. See, you get all these qualities just because the Lord is so munificent and magnificent. Okay? And magnanimous that he wants to give devotion in this world. And that is our work here. He has chosen our little group to give devotion, to give him to this world. Him, the real him, the devotional him, the ecstatic Krishna to you all in the world. And then these other things will develop automatically just by happily, ecstatically worshiping Krishna every day. Right, Lalita? Yeah. Look at her. She's becoming more and more beautiful every day. She knows how to put on the right makeup. Krishna himself. Ecstatic worship. She has the most beautiful, adorable. Let's take a close up on this. Here, man. Let's take a close up. Put this on full screen, everybody. Look at this. Now that's pure beauty, man. Hey, she's more beautiful than Miss America, Miss Universe. Yeah, because the Lord is residing in her heart. Okay? She's surrendered to the Lord. She's surrendered to devotees. This is the most beautiful thing in the world. Most attractive thing. I'm just showing off our fruits, man. You're a fruit, a juicy fruit. Blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. There you go. How do you like that, man? Don't miss the red lips. That's right. The lipsticks. Her bhakti ornaments the red lipstick. Okay. So these are necessary, insufficient. Okay. Not only that, but Saptarishi, the four Kumars and the Manus also cannot know me because they are born from my mind. And all living beings in this universe descend from them. Okay? So that's the problem. Just being born from the mind of these rishis, and we're all born from them. So something different has to happen here. What is that? We have to be born from what? The heart, not from the mind. We have to be born from the heart of the Lord. See? Then we can begin to know something. See, the pure in heart shall see God. The purified in heart. See, you got to be born of the heart. See? That's the devotees in this world. That's why they're here. That's why Lord Caitanya came as a devotee. Not to be born of the mind, to be born of the heart. To those, when ecstatic devotion awakens, automatically realizations come. But if you go try to understand the Lord through the mind, see, you're speculating. You got to be born of the heart, man. You got to be born of devotees who are empowered with real bhakti, man. And that real bhakti is awakened in their association. And then you get the real understanding beyond the material mind. Okay? Devotion to Krishna. You notice devotion comes first. Love of Krishna. See, love comes first. You got to be born of that. See, the devotees, they glorify that. They don't glorify the Vedas, the external thing. They glorify the devotion. And then the real Vedas come automatically. Real purport. It's all we speak about. I just share what the Lord shows me from this kind of worship. Tell people secrets. That's what it's about, man. Tell people secrets. Tell people how Maya is working. That's called Maya Tattva. Only a real guru who has realized Krishna knows Maya Tattva properly. Look at, how do you know? These guys are serving Maya, a lot of these gurus. Oh, put your mask on. Oh, social, close our temple. Oh, what kind of servants are you of the Lord? You pipsqueaks, you wannabes. Close your temples or put masks on. Oh, you want to mask up Prabhupada? Some of these states are better than Vaisnavas. Can you imagine? Look at Texas. They take the friggin' mask off. You're rebelling against delusion. You know, hey man, you know, federal government and that wimp there, that Biden is just he's a weak, and you guys, this is what you get. You worship and believe in weak people, you become as weak-minded as that representative. And I don't mean anything against him, but that's the truth. Look how weak the guy can't even think straight, and you worship him, you idiots. Can you imagine? Look how weak people are in America. Many people believe in that. Okay? You believe in Maya. Maya weakens you, makes you believe in weak people, in liars and cheaters and deceivers. I don't believe in the deceivers. Why? I believe in the transcendental potency of the Lord, man. I'm into that. I take shelter of that. I glorify that. And I distinguish it from the illusion of Maya so people can learn something. You want to be in fear? Believe in those guys. Believe in liars. Go take your shot and go like this. Start going like this. And they'll say, oh, but this is very safe. And you see the real reports. People are shaking and dying of heart attacks. That's what your faith is in. Yeah, I have faith in the real God, the real transcendental Lord. Therefore, I get real knowledge and understanding. I see these people. Man, I get these reports. One lady, a nurse, and this guy's over and over and over. She, well, I wanted to take this thing because I want to serve my community. I want to do the right thing. I believe in these people. I believe in the mainstream media. I believe in the politicians. I want to do this for the benefit of everything. And she was pregnant and lost her baby. See, that's what you get for having faith in the Lord's Maya. So there's an opportunity here. Come and we'll teach you about the Lord's Maya and why she's a tough taskmaster and she's always lying to you and she's a murderer. And right now she's in force. Do you notice that? People are being murdered. People are at war. You don't know there's a war? You guys with your masks on don't know you're at war? You're in a war. You are the enemy. You are being mowed down by liars. They're telling you don't breathe and you believe them and you're going to die. They're telling you this is the good for you and it's bad for you. They're telling you take a shot. It's good for you and it's bad for you. They're lying. The mainstream media, it's a big plan. It's Maya. Illusion. Yeah. I have nothing against it. I'm just telling you the truth. You come and worship my Lord instead of Maya Lord. This Maya, the Lord's Maya is always going to bite you in the butt, always going to make you miserable. It's going to ultimately kill you. That's what it does. Maya is a murderer. Jesus said this. He said the devil has been a murderer from the beginning. It's what it does. Maya is murdering everybody, making them sick, making them weak, right? Isn't that what she's doing? Am I saying, what's the big deal? It's just what it is. And I'm just saying, hey, there's an opportunity to overcome her. But you got to be strong. You got to be strong in the truth, man. The truth will set you free. You got to be strong in the spiritual potency of the transcendental Lord. That's here. See, this gives us the truth. This shows Maya's tricks. Thank God, man. This is solid here. You want to be solid? You want to live in fear? You want to be a slave of Maya and weak? Well, then go and listen to her. You listen to these words here. You listen to these wonderful devotees here, following the real path. They're liberated. Many are liberated here. You want to do that? You want to be strong? You want to be intelligent? You want to be clear? You want to be enlivened? Well, it's all by association. It's all who you believe in. Go ahead there, Govinda. What do you want to say? Let's hear something.
Well, just I was away from today's class for about an hour and my day's not complete.
Really?
Really?
That's what I feel.
Yeah. I think you must have been having some similar experiences with your Christian experiences with Holy Spirit-filled devotees. There's no lovely devotees, and I've come to that acceptance, like that prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And they're lovely. They love Jesus. That's cool. But there's no room to hear about Caitanya.
Yeah. So you went to one of those meetings with her, with your sister?
Informal. Just for a coffee, and lovely people. Spirit filled. But this is my family, and I'm missing. I was missing, man. I think my day is not
really.
Yeah, my day is.
That's what I felt when I went. Because I felt this like that, where I liked the idea with Christians, where they were like happy at heart, a lot of the ecstatic ones, basically non-judgmental, welcoming and all. I like that, but I couldn't find that with Vaishnavas because they're a more rules regulation platform, more hard, And so that's what I thought. Well, I don't know, maybe they got the truth, But then I was always like this. There was something missing, something not complete in that, and it was only till I started this, then I feel the completion, because we got that. We have our family here, you see, and have our worship, just like the Christians do. And this I find is complete. This is perfect. This is like, wow, man. That's what I learned going back and forth, and I didn't know that I had to the Lord wanted me to be an instrument of creating something like this, so we can have it all, because we got Jesus and we got Lord Caitanya, and it's wonderful, man. So that's, to me, is complete. I mean, I'm fulfilled in that way. Otherwise, it was always something missing in there, and things were even a little more harder. Like I see with the Christians, things are more harder because Lord Caitanya just knocks Maya down, literally just knocks her down. She's down. She's literally worshiping what we're doing. She stands at the door. She can't come in. That's why I boldly speak, just like she can't do anything. She can't even get in the crack here. Poor lady, poor Maya. He's looking for, give me a place. No place for you except outside of the circle there, Maya. And we're expanding here. Like you try to expand. I'm sorry, man. We're expanding. Soon there won't be any place for you.
No, it's a complete alternative. Lord Chaitanya gives a complete alternative for Maya. Much more complete than what the Christians give. It's still vague with the Christians.
Yeah. They've got a little still mixture. They got some alloy in there, and this could really help them if they want. And if not, we just keep expanding. It's like Lord Chaitanya said, my name is Vishvambara, the protector of the universe, the maintainer of the universe. My name will be complete if I can fill the universe with love of God. And I'm starting to feel the same way. I think, the Lord, if we can fill this universe with the love of the Lord, then there's completion here. I mean, real, sincere, awakening love for the Lord, everything will change. Everything. I mean, even if we got 100 people in this strong worship, the world will change, man. That vibration is powerful. This illusion is so weak. I mean, I look at these poor people. Go ahead. What? Go ahead. What?
Yeah, for yourself, Hari, for you coming and seeing the family that we got now, from people coming and going, and now we've got a solid family, and say devotees come and listen to Lita, Johan, and here as well, and expanding out. We could easily have 100, and it would change the vibration. It is changing.
Well, all we do is just happily worship Krishna. Just happily do this, and automatically everything takes shape. And the more devotees get purified and they get bold and they start coming up here and showing they make a difference. The devotees say, the more you come up here and show your light, you show the light that the Lord is doing through you, and that makes a difference. You got to see you guys make a difference. we're preaching, you know, that's the preaching. So as you get stronger, people will do that more. And it's not a one-man show here. We're here to serve the purpose of the Lord. Okay? The more you get inspired to do that and get through the Mayic stuff, the more something will, you know. So anyway, that's all I'm doing. I'm just happily worshiping Krishna, man. It's just wonderful. It's lovely. It's just amazing. And taking shelter there and let the Lord, he's automatically inspiring and showing this and teaching this. And yeah.
Well, it's the basis of everything, the pure devotional service. It's the benchmark of recovery in Narcotics Anonymous. We do a little bit of VID. That service keeps you well. We send fellowship. But when we come to this pure thing, and I think the devotees are where they are, and if you're so troubled,
yeah,
sometimes it might be difficult to put you into doing yourself into doing service, but it's the solution that I've experienced in my life to do service. It really deepens your ecstasy, everything. It's all purpose, because that's the whole purpose of Harinam Sankirtan. If we sit in the self, I'm poor me, I feel so sorry, everybody's got ecstasy, I haven't, whatever. If we just do service, publish a book, download a video, do a painting, or whatever it might be, host a class, invite people into your homes, that problems of the I, myself goes. You're
you know, it's interesting. Yeah, I'm glad you're an example of that. And I was thinking about that this morning because some people come in, why am I not ecstatic? Well, you got to follow the process. I mean, Lord Caitanya, he came to his devotees in Adi Leela showing the path himself. So what does he do? He sees, oh, you guys are devotees of Krishna. And then he starts doing service, simple things. He started folding their dhotis, getting Ganga water for them. And they said, Vishwambar, what are you doing? He said, hey, man, you're devotees. You got Krishna and you can give Krishna. Therefore, I'm serving you. You know, I'm going to serve you and I know I'll get Krishna. So that's the process. So don't complain. Anybody complaining, I ain't gonna, well, maybe these other devotees have done that. And like, look at Govinda. He's doing that and getting more ecstatic. So if you follow in the footsteps of devotees and do some kind of service, whatever that is, whatever you can do, and if you want more ecstasy, well, you'll get it because the Lord taught that. You know, and whatever the Lord teaches is very important. And that's why he said, well, I'm not an ecstatic. He's playing the role of he said, I'm not ecstatic. You're ecstatic. You got Krishna because you're an ecstatic devotee. Therefore, I'm serving you. So serve the mission. You know, and then see, to those who work for me will attain the ultimate goal. If you serve a Vaisnava, that much faster. Yeah, because that's why the mission is here. Is, you know, that's how the monkeys not very intelligent, right? The way Lord Ram saved them is he came there and gave them service. So he was a living being, acted like guru, and he had a mission. The mission then, time, place, and circumstance, was to get Sita back. And these monkeys that helped him, developed love for him, and went back to Godhead because they served him. He gave a service to them. And it's the same thing here, man. You guys got a mission. The Lord is here in our group. And he's got a mission to deliver this ecstatic love. Anybody who gets behind this mission and helps in any way they can, according to their ability, will become increasingly enthusiastic and go back to Godhead. You'll get this devotion. So don't complain about you not being ecstatic. Just get and serve the mission however you can do it. And you will see. Look at Govinda.
And as you're talking about the essence of pure devotional service, my eyes are getting wet because it's the essence. It's the essence.
The essence.
Well, it's the absolute essence.
So just follow the process. A lot of people, you know, they don't get it yet, and it's sometimes just takes a while. That's why we repeat. One lady said, "I really want Krishna now." I said, "Well, follow the process. Serve the devotees, make friends with the devotees, and it depends on how." If she says, "Well, I don't know, I'm serving the devotees," oh, who you serve? Which ones? Vaidhi Bhaktis. Well, you'll get the result of that. Serve Vaidhi Bhaktis, you'll be a Vaidhi. You serve ecstatic devotees in the mission. We're involved in the confidential mission of the Lord. How can we not be? You know, ecstatic worship is what Lord Chaitanya brought. There was the confidential mission of the Lord, and we're involved in that. And you serve here, you're going to get ecstatic devotion. That's the result of serving here. You want to serve the Vaidhi Bhakti program? Well, the result of that is Vaidhi Bhakti. Great. If you want that, great. You know, this is for the more intelligent. That's less intelligent. I mean, that's more intelligent than being a materialist. Serve the Vaidhi Bhakti program. More intelligent than that is to serve the ecstatic devotion program. And that's what we teach here. I'll teach you why. You come here and you'll learn why this is more. This trumps everything. This is why Lord Chaitanya came. You'll know why Lord Chaitanya came and then go back to Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. See, because you'll know the purpose of the Lord's descent. They can't tell you if they're Vaidhi Bhaktas or won't tell you if they don't have the order that we got. See? But that order is time, man. It's day now. This is the day of the Lord. See? The day means the extreme brightness of the truth. Right there, shining. The Lord wants to show you. We're in a war now, right? All the truth comes out in the war. We're in the war now. And the Lord's shining his true light in this world. Otherwise, whatever is not real will fall away. And it is. In the Vaishnavas are falling away if you don't have the true Lord, man. The ecstatic Lord. In the Christians too, they're even saying, God, these guys are cowards. Look at, they're falling away. They believe in the shots and the masks and all that stuff. Closing their churches, or they're siding behind the government who are cheating them, or they're servants of the, they're falling away. Their love has grown cold, waxed cold. See, the Bible talks about the time their love is waxed cold. Well, our love ain't waxing cold. It's waxing hot and getting hotter all the time. That's where you know God is working strong, because everything else falls away. And thank God, because now you know where to take shelter. Where is the Lord's strength in this world? Well, I think it's here, man. Yeah. What do you want? You want to worship wimps? You want to be wimpy? You want to be afraid? What are you experiencing? You got any intelligence? Do you want to be where the strength of God is? You want to be the strength of devotion is? Strength of intelligence, true intelligence is? Well, that's where the Lord is working in this transcendental world manifestation. And that's here. Anywhere else the Lord is, you'll see that boldness, you'll see that spiritual strength, you'll see that bhakti, you'll see that spiritual strength. Otherwise, the Lord ain't there in fullness. He's in his modes or some liberation bullshit. It's not strong enough. Can someone post StreamYard connection? Oh, yeah, here. Yeah, I'll do that there. Yeah, I'll post it in the... There we go. There you go, Janaki. This StreamYard is pretty great, man. Especially when you got a strong connection. All right, read a little more of this here. And all living beings in this universe descend from them. See, that's why it's rare to find a bona fide representative of the transcendental Lord, because everybody is born in the, from the mind of living beings, this just on the mental level still. They're still encased. Their soul is encased in these modes of nature. The soul ain't free. So it can only be free in the true nature of the Lord. This was the teaching began through Jesus. See, and then became perfected in Lord Chaitanya. That's why this is complete. It's perfected to how to be in the true nature of the Lord. Then that true Lord is manifest in our heart. See, that comes from born of the word of devotees. See, born of their word, born of their understanding. See, that's why, yeah, go ahead. Do you want to say something, Tom? Or are you just reaching? No? Okay. Yeah. So, Arjuna, if someone does know you, Krishna, then what will be the result? Yeah, this is where it gets really good. Krishna says, one who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mine engages in pure devotional service. See? So Arjuna says, if someone does know you, Krishna, then what will be the result? One who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mine engages in pure devotional service. And that's it, man. When we are factually convinced, and that's the real preacher is factually convinced of devotional service, pure devotional service. They're factually convinced truth, not into other things, not glorifying anything else, glorifying the quality, the potency of pure devotional service, and propagating that path. See, we're factually convinced. See, Prabhupada was factually convinced, but he was preaching Vaidhi because that's all people could understand. They couldn't get to this place. You got to have a foundation first. See? That's why Jesus came to the Jewish people. They had a foundation of, believing in God, even though they didn't know God intimately. They believed in the Lord. So the next stage is to know the Lord more. See, but the only way to know the Lord more deeply is by bhakti awakening in your heart, by being awakened, by getting the Holy Spirit. See, by understanding devotional potency, the love of God. Okay? And then to learn, like Lord Caitanya came to teach devotional mellows, which most Christians don't know. They don't know. They just the basic thing about the Holy Spirit, and then they're not relishing mellows. They don't know what that is. They don't know consciously how to do this. They lack that knowledge. Therefore, they can't engage continuously. Many of them fall back into mixing things, mixing philosophies. They don't know the difference between devotional intelligence and intelligence you get from Buddhism. Some go there, and Vaishnavas go there often. Okay? Why would I go to a Buddhist to get what they don't have? I got the ultimate, man. The intelligence I get completes Buddhist thought. Buddhist thought is not complete. I can take any because of devotional connection and intelligence. You put a Buddhist, like this one. I'll give you an example. When I was in Goa, I was looking at there was a Buddhist place, and they had big signs everywhere, and it says the real path is happiness. The real path is happiness. And I thought, that's a good saying, but you got to make it more clear, more complete. It's not complete. And the Buddhist thing is all like that because it's right. The real path is happiness, but you got to know, what is that happiness? They don't know. They don't teach it. It sounds good, right? Real path is happy. Yeah, sounds great, man. Yeah. Well, what do you do with that? People are not happy. Sometimes they're happy and then they're sad. Well, I got to get happy again. They don't know why. Yeah. How about we'll complete that? Now I'll give you an example. This is what the Lord shows you with bhakti. The real path is happiness. Yeah, the happiness of devotion, man. That's the real path, right? Now it's complete. Now people know where to go. Oh, and where do you get that happiness, that devotion? Come and associate with real devotees who have real symptoms. See, symptoms, not bullshit or baloney. Real symptoms of real bhakti, real intelligence that you can feel. You feel they got something, some substance. Hey, now you got a conception, man. Complete conception. Full. You got the whole pie, not the piece of the pie. Happiness is the path. Oh, sounds very good. But what do I do with that? I don't know. Sounds good. Yeah, but doesn't do much, does it? Happiness is bhakti. That is the path. Devotion to the Lord is the real path. Man, I love belting that one out. I stand for that. What do you stand for? I stand for the rules and regulations. Oh, BF. Oh, well, BD. Oh, well, BFD. I stand for Prema Bhakti, man. Why? Because it's available now. We got the order. We got the blessing of Krishna. I stand for the happiness of pure love of God. It's being given out as a gift. I stand for that. Go ahead there, Lolita.
Yeah, real happiness is actually the rapture of the presence of the Lord. The rapture that in which you perceive because of the presence of the Lord. That's actually the only real happiness.
Yeah. So Radhe says I should relax a little bit. I'm relaxed. I find this very relaxing. I know it's hard to see it, but I feel very relaxed. Especially expressed, it's like the Lord says, I want to express myself in this world, not continually be repressed. My servants don't know me very well, but this mad person, he's allowing me full expression.
When we
He likes
express ourselves, oh
Yeah.
man, even when we're expressing very in detail what's going on with these institutions in the world, these demons, my gosh, you feel this bliss. We must express ourselves, That's the whole thing coming from Friday. There's still that containment. People want to contain. I can't be contained. I can't be locked down. I like to do Harinam
no
everywhere.
lockdown for
Can't
devotees.
Cannot be locked down.
Yeah.
I like to do wild, crazy things like take amplifications into places where people don't expect Harinam to be blasting out on speakers that they can't see.
Oh,
Just blast it out. Just blast it out. Surprise people because everyone's just conforming to this narration. So do this. It doesn't take much to think outside of the modes of nature because, as Prabhupada said, the uniform, the standard, the acting, not worthy of praise or criticism, but we have such an opportunity to do colorful things and share this Sankirtana, which is colorful. Otherwise we're just like colorful, sheep following the otherwise we become suppressed and depressed and
Evo says
not impressed.
Evo says, can you roar more loudly? Man, I'm already at my voice. I'm gonna have to rest for a few hours after this one. Yeah. So what you put your little boom box in your backpack, right? And they don't know where the sound is coming from.
Yeah, I've got to get another one, but I was doing I've got a microphone as well, do little Harinams under the canals, or bridges are great amplifications, and the subways, in cities that go under the roads. It's great because amplification's really loud, and you do a bit of Harinam and move about the place.
Maybe you need a little maybe you need a little bigger Harinam box instead of that one thing. Get something that you can like a little bigger, more power in a microphone, a couple microphones. So one for they got these wireless microphone things and a little bigger thing, a little more power,
Yeah, it would be better. It will be better.
What? Yeah. So
the city center,
if anybody, what?
No. The city centers are quite quiet.
I think there's a little. The city centers are quiet. Yeah, there's a delay or something. Looks like.
So I do a lot of freestyling on the microphone and freestyle stuff like that. But yeah, amplification would be something. Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, that's me done.
Okay. Am I coming in pretty clear or clear enough? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll read a little bit more here. Ooh, I need some heat here, man. All right. So, one who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mind engages in pure devotional service. See, engages in pure devotional service. It's actually written there. It's nice. See, Vishwanath Chakravarti just spelled things out a lot more. Just like, engages in pure devotional, not just Vaidhi, devote, but in practice, but pure devotional service in ecstatic worship. That's the symptoms of pure devotional service. Very intimate, very transcendentally, lovingly devotional. See, towards the object. See, Krishna's name is the object of devotion. And this is what we got here. See, the Lord leaves his name as non-different than that person before us. Our devotional service becomes pure devotional service when we can chant that name with intimacy and ecstasy. Okay? There you go. Now that's it, man. That's its style. That's its quality. See, you become factually convinced of that. See, and when you taste that, because then there's nothing that better than that. There are no rules that can make you more happy than chanting the Lord's name with intimacy and ecstasy. There's nothing more than that, nothing better than that. Nothing more gives you more intelligence. I can study the Vedas 1,000 times, but if I don't have that quality of that intimacy and ecstasy, I won't know not even a tenth of what I know from this kind of chanting. See? This is what liberates people, is this kind of knowledge, this kind of understanding. See, this kind of truth sets people free. Whoever listens to this will have an awakening of devotion in their heart, because Krishna likes topics like this, and he's in everybody's heart, and he's only sleeping because of the word people are hearing. People are hearing words that don't wake them up. Doesn't wake up that sleeping, dormant Lord. He only likes conclusive truth. He only likes topics of pure devotional love of God. He only likes that kind of truth. It gets his attention. See? Otherwise, the false ego is always being Maya is always getting the false identifications attention, or false ego. Okay? I'm this body, and all these misunderstandings and everything. See? We start to wake up when we get the attention of the Lord. When we give our attention to the Lord and conclusive truth, conclusive understanding, topics of prema bhakti, topics of pure devotional service. See, this is how to get the Lord's attention. That's why Veda Vyas was unhappy. He wasn't getting the Lord's attention. He wasn't giving the Lord attention enough. He was teaching like Varnashram Dharma and rules, regulations, regular disciplinary actions and all that stuff. That path is very tough. He was engaged in trance following that path, but people, the Lord is saying, come on, maybe that's okay for you, but they can't do that. They can't develop all those qualities I just read there first. You need to awaken the Lord in people's hearts to give them an edge, to give them the helper. See, that's why Sukadev Goswami was the first to be awoken from the Brahman level platform. He was Brahman realized even, and he heard from his father and about the Bhagavatam and was liberated onto the devotional platform. And he preached that. See, he preached pure devotional service. Go ahead. Am I frozen here or something? Am I okay? Yeah, you guys are frozen. You know what I'll do is I'll switch to this here. Okay, I'm switching over to this here. Uh-oh. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, can somebody take their microphone off so I can hear you?
Hare Krishna.
Okay, good. All right, got it. I got it. Yeah, the connection gets a little bit weak here in the early morning. Uh-oh. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. All right. Just a little bit more, and I think in here 3.5 hours. So I am the source of everything. The wise who know this engage in my service and worship me with all their hearts. See, I am the source of everything. Isn't that beautiful? The Lord is the source of everything. See, so we're and so the Lord is the source of everything. What is the source of who is that Lord? See, Satchidananda. Yeah, he's Radha and Krishna is the complete manifestation of the Lord. See, so that Lord is the source of everything. See, this is what people don't know. This is what people need to know. This is freedom from ignorance. Yeah. So they meditate on me and cannot live without me, as fish cannot live without water. This is the verses I was enjoying. See, they meditate on me and cannot live without me. See, what does that mean? Meditating on me. I mean, how does that show up practically? See, meditating on me is the revelations that we get. Meditating on being able to taste that these verses are the Lord. They're the purest, the most amazing, the most perfect conceptions of the absolute truth. They manifest that Lord in the verses. See, that's that me. They meditate on me. See, with bhakti. You meditating. See, this is the word. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. The Father is this word, man. The word that accurately manifests the absolute truth about the Lord is the Father. It's the Father of what? Devotion. You hear that word from a realized soul. It awakens the Lord in the heart. It attracts Radharani. She's looking for that beauty. She's looking for that perfect conception. Lord Chaitanya didn't want to hear anything but a conception that was realized by his own devotees. That's why Swarab Damodar, an ecstatic, rasic devotee, would correct all these speculations about who Lord Chaitanya was and who Radha and Krishna was. He only wanted to hear from his real devotees who understood these things because of their quality of real bhakti. That was revealed. He would correct these things. And this is what we do here. We just take these truths. This makes real in our lives that transcendental Lord. Otherwise, you're getting some speculation that doesn't reveal the true Lord. See? That's why these guys write. This is why I'm speaking. I'm just taking these verses and presenting it, for the sake of clarity, for the sake of brevity, for the sake of understanding, for the sake of busting the illusion, see? For the sake of freeing the conditioned souls. See? This is the light of the world, is the truest conceptions of the Lord, the truest understanding. That's why only devotees can be the liberators in this world. Only the real devotees, the real guru, the real spiritual master, only they can liberate the world, because the real Lord comes through their mouths. Their word is the word of God. And the word of God, hey man, do you think that's ego? No, it's just truth. The word of God is the clearest manifestation of that transcendental Lord from a realized devotee. And it's proven because it awakens souls to that truth. Okay? And then people can check it. Then when they read these books, they look it over what you said. They say, my God, this is more clear than it's ever been. That's how you know it's the word of God. Worship that word that makes things more clear than anything else that anybody else has said to you. That makes understanding what is true in this world more clear than anything else that's been said to you. That's how you real stand. Okay? So worship that God. See, that word, because that's how it works in this world. That's why you see speaking. Everybody, Maya is speaking. People in illusion are speaking. See? And you're coming under the influence of those words, right? Isn't that how it's working? What is mainstream media? See, these demons, they think, yeah, we can control people. We can control people by the word, by our word, our twisted word, our lies, our deception. They love it. It gives them a sense of power. But it's a false thing. It bewilders people. It limits them. It limits people. It creates karma. See? The opposite is here. The opposite is this word liberates people. It's truth. It sets people free. It gives them the highest boon, the highest benediction they can get. Therefore, hey man, I'll worship that God. Anything that makes me more happy than anything else in this world, more happy than Eckhart Tolle makes me by his word of Maya, or it's all an illusion, God is actually energy and just oneness and all that. That word ain't the full truth. Find the word that manifests the full truth, the complete conception. I dare anybody to go out and show me a deeper conception than what is in this book, in these books. Show me any philosophy, any word out there that has a result better than this Krishna consciousness presentation of Vaishnavism. Show me a word better than that. You can't. The Bible doesn't have a word stronger than this. Okay? But the problem with this book, who understands these words? Who understands this real conception? That's the problem. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's all being overcome here. We have sadhu sangha every day. Huh? It's amazing, man. Everything gets more clear. We take the shade of the acharya's feet here and just stay under the shade, man. Cool down. Cool Maya's jets. Hare Krishna. Okay, this. No? Okay. Is there anybody else trying to come on? We're going to stop soon, I think. Sorry. It's such a long class. I just love that. We'll finish on this verse. We'll just, this is, oops. This is their, okay. What happened? Okay. So their minds they meditate on me and cannot live without me as a fish cannot live without water. That's how the Lord is capturing us, isn't it? We cannot live without devotional service. We're captured. We're slaves of bhakti willingly. It's wonderful to be a slave of devotion. Thank God, man. The Lord is a slave himself. Why shouldn't we? He's a slave of devotion. He openly admit, I am a slave of devotion. So if he's a slave, why can't we be? I also feel I'm a slave of bhakti, man. I cannot live without it. Therefore, the Lord keeps coming. If you're not like that, if you don't know the qualities of devotion and its glories, well, you don't know the truth yet. You don't know the full truth. Everything you know is partial. The full truth is devotion to Krishna. That's it, man. Lord Caitanya belted it out, and I just belt it out again. The real truth that is eternal is devotion to Krishna, and that's manifesting here. That's the only reason Krishna keeps coming back to us, is because we know that. He keeps us eternally happy. Eternally happy, not temporarily happy. This is an eternal devotional service. Is like food, like here. Their minds are eager to hear my names and pastimes. Why? Because it causes the Lord's presence to be with us. The Lord is attracted to hear his own names from his real devotees. Therefore, the Lord comes in that association. Where two or more are gathered in Krishna's name, in Jesus Christ's name, there they shall be. Okay? Not where two or more are gathered in Maya's name, which is what they do, all these people talking about Maya. Nah, well, that transcendental Lord is not there. You can feel it. See, their minds are eager to hear my names and pastimes. This is their food. Why would we spend 4 hours talking and listening about Krishna? This is our food, isn't it? Isn't this great food? Yeah. Who else is listening? I mean, if you're not listening to 4 hours at a time of classes, you got some kind of appetite problem. You must like junk food or something. You don't have any real hunger for real food. Because if you're eating real food, man, you want more. You're a glutton. And this kind of gluttony, you can eat as much as you can handle, right?
Yeah,
And
they must be anorexic. There must be anorexic in the Vaidhi.
You must be anorexic, man. That's why you're too skinny, man. People are too skinny out there. Not eating real food, man. If you're just going to a 1 hour class a day, you're not eating enough. You're too skinny. Could you imagine living on a 1 hour class a day? You must not be very trained. Well, I'm only there because I'm waiting for prasadam time, and they won't let me eat before they have the class, right? Isn't that the way they do it at the temples?
But we eat in class.
We're eating in class, man. This is the eating. This is their food. My names. See, this is their food. They lovingly speak with each other about my devotional service. See, the Lord's personal potency, his personal happiness is his devotional service. See, it's his. That's the mercy. It's his personal potency. Do you want that, man? Well, hey, man, we are authorized distributors here. And we're not distributing Amway or Mary Kay. We're distributing that. You know, we've been ordered for this. This is our work here, our play here. And loudly chant my names in kirtan. Yeah, this is called kirtan too, by the way. Have you noticed? Loudly chanting the Lord's name. Hey, what are you doing? This is why they wanted to throw Srivas his house into the Ganga. Oh, they're loudly chanting the names. Yeah, loudly, giving a class even loudly in kirtan. They enjoy this just as a young man enjoys a beautiful young girl. See, that's bhakti. She's a beautiful, youthful young girl with high standing hills there. To such persons who are constantly devoted to serving me with love. See, with loving ecstasy, pure devotional service, I give them the understanding. Hey, this is Bhagavad Gita 10:10. There we go. I give them the understanding. See, this is what you're getting. I get the understanding, and you get the understanding that I get. That's called Guru Dev, man. You're getting pointed in the real direction that nobody knows. Unless a guru or a spiritual master in Vaishnavism is worshiping the Lord with pure devotional service, they don't have this specialized knowledge, specialized understanding, specialized potency, and the authorization to distribute it. They can't hold it. They don't know what it is. They don't know where it is. If they did, I think they would be around here. You are saying they are satisfied and pleased by devotion unto you. See, devotion unto you. But how do they realize you directly? Okay, we're going to stop here. We had a lot of fun. It's been 4 hours almost. So Tom has got to integrate all of this. Huh?
It doesn't feel like 4 hours.
Doesn't feel like it. Yeah, it doesn't. No. It's quick.
Beautiful.
Fly.
Yeah, but I've ate enough. I can't fit in anymore right now. I've been gluttonous enough. 4 hours of eating. That's all I can take today. I mean, not today. For a couple, I guess, got to digest a little bit, rest the voice. We'll be back for more, man. I want to finish more of this. This is really good. Yeah.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, guys. This has been fun hanging out with you. You guys are real friends. Okay, so everybody have a nice day. And yeah. And if you feel like after this class everything is kind of a letdown, it is. And the way you keep it going is just keep chanting, and then all of a sudden you start to feel it again. Because I notice sometimes after class, and then I look around, it's like, oh, because you're on this transcendental high, just deep, and then you look, you're in the, well,
Yeah, but just keep chanting and it'll continue. Stay focused. Okay? All right. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.